do we want the serious story or do we want the funny story first?
I can flip a bottle cap. Heads or tails?
Heads.
It is heads.
Okay, so
what does heads mean?
Fine, I'll start with the.
We didn't decide that.
That's fine.
Imagine the coin lands on its edge. It's just like, oh shit, what the fuck do we do now?
Damn.
I like how he's gripping that with two hands. Like he's actually like 7 years old. I think that's good.
He's like, yeah, sucking.
It's a big ass fucking bottle, bro.
One...
It's as big as my head.
Anyway, it reminds me of the
I was gonna say it's got a
Actually, it has
jug.
2 handles.
Okay, well.
Cool. Anyway.
And you didn't use either of them.
That's
you grip that shit.
Because I like it. It makes me comfy.
Yeah, this
you grip that
reminds
shit
me.
like your mother's teeth. Like.
I suppose infantilizing yourself while drinking water is a healthy habit to have, or something.
It's literally just drinking a bottle. You guys are the ones that infantized it.
You said it makes you comfy, and you're doing something that is reminiscent of.
Well, it's heavy.
Childhood.
Yeah. It's not even full,
heavy.
bro. It's half full. No, it's not. We can see
That's
the
like-
water in the thing.
It's
Here's-
at 7
so
Here's
here's-
go every day. We know you've been on
Here's
your
my
grind.
other-
You can lift that.
Water
You're
can be
fine.
heavy.
No, you're not drinking heavy
I like
water.
how
You're
it-
drinking
it
normal
actually
water.
is.
We
It
know
takes
you're
me
not
2
drinking
minutes
heavy
to
water.
fill the whole
heavy
bottle.
water is poisonous. You're not drinking heavy water.
Oh, I don't want that. Is it actually? Isn't that what that's like?
It's used
old
for
people
like
drink it to
nuclear
improve their
reactors.
suck.
No.
See, look, I actually know something, bitch.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just
They call
know
me Delaware
because
Cosmic
like
in this
pod.
film.
I feel like you drink.
My
heavy
favorite
water?
part is that no. My favorite part about this is that he buys this big jug and then complains when he fills it with water that makes it heavy.
I'm
just
not
saying, I have my
complaining.
big jug,
I'm
and
just
I don't
saying,
complain.
You
no, this is
literally are!
This
You
is
are
awesome
complaining!
because no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
This is awesome because I never have to refill this thing for a whole day. I only have to fill it up for 2 minutes in a day.
Is it a gallon?
Yeah.
Gallon? Okay.
That looks way
Basically,
bigger than a gallon.
Yeah,
honestly.
mine's
Yeah,
half a
it's
gallon,
crazy.
so.
Oh,
Maybe-
okay.
maybe it's-
That's
I
pretty
don't
cool.
I got like a liter in this shit.
It stays.
Yeah, I think
it
that's
stays
what mine
pretty
is
cold
for
too. It's like I wish it had like a little spigot and I could just go, you know, and then
Honestly, that would be
Is
kind
it
of fire
water?
if it was like it had both the top and then like the spigot that you
Yeah.
could seal
You just
up it.
walk
You know,
around
so
with
it'd
like
be
one of
dual
those like
purpose.
blue like water coolers, you know, that's like at gyms. And
Yeah.
Oh,
stuff.
like the
Yeah.
camelback?
Yeah,
Like
dude, I should
you
just
just
put
got
one of those in my
the
room.
pouch attached to your rucksack and you just pull the tube up and you're like
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
my dad
awesome.
actually
Pretty
has
good.
one of those because he's into hiking, so like,
Pretty good.
sometimes
I
I'll
mean,
just
those
see
are
it.
I
pretty
always
cool.
thought, like,
they had people with those like the backpack waters and marching band. And I was like, you're kind of smart for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
honestly.
Dude,
However, I
honestly,
play
I
tuba,
thought
so
about
I
that
have
with
to have
school.
a thing on
Oh,
my
God.
shoulder. So
Yeah, that sucks.
you know, I have a contract.
Just put it in like the hole
Yeah,
up
you
top.
yeah. Shut up.
No.
I'm just imagining you do it like because when the one time I had to do something marching band related for like school, it was like their way of trying to pipeline kids from middle school band into like marching band when they became freshmen type shit.
Normal.
And so yeah, exactly.
Normal
right.
exploitation of children. Classic.
So when we did the marching band thing, like they would have, I don't know if it was parents or volunteers, like who would come up with water and like we'd open our mouths like fucking little baby birds, we'd be like and they just fucking hit
What
us
the
with
fuck?
Okay, we didn't have that. We had to bring our own water, and they just said, "Hey, if you want to do this, do it."
Yeah.
They didn't give a fuck.
Wow.
Actually, if you didn't have water, they would be like,
True.
"Tough. You should have brought water."
Well, it wasn't for everyone. It was like I saw it mostly for like people who like were actively like fucking playing while like I don't know, like the percussionists for example, but like I don't know. I could just be Mandela effect.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could just
I've
be
never
bullshit.
seen that in my entire marching band career.
I remember like
because I was in that bitch for 4 years.
Some like kind of hazing thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be the opposite of hazing because they're like aiding them with water?
yeah, this is
is
good.
good.
Could be
This is,
salt
like,
water.
This is
Do you know how?
default.
Wait, imagine how toxic that'd be if it was salt water instead. Like you think you're getting hydrated, and then you just like, oh, dude, that would be really funny to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That would be so funny, man.
did people ever die of like heat stroke if they didn't bring water to your band?
I mean, they
stuff and
wouldn't
stuff?
die,
'Cause,
but
like,
they, they got,
Well, I mean, like,
domed
get
for that
hurt or-
day, and then they would be like, all right, I'm bringing water tomorrow.
okay.
But
Yeah,
most people
some
would have
mistakes you have
water.
to learn
It's
the
just
hard
that they would just run out because they didn't bring enough. Because like when I was in marching
would
band,
just
I
fucking-
like bought like a specific like giant like cooler that was like probably like
That's
half a
awesome.
gallon to like a gallon, and I would just drink that, and that would be, and it was
Marching
like
band's fucking
yeah, it was
insane.
because Tennessee, we practice on the blacktop, you know what I mean, like just straight up
Yeah.
asphalt, you know what I mean.
That shit's hot.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was only
Yeah.
bad. Like
Cook
it's
an egg
just like
on
the
it.
first year where you're like, oh god, and then like after that you're like, yep.
You built an immunity.
Yeah, no, I think to this day that's why I just like I do not care about heat. Like I walk outside and it could be fucking like bristling hot, and I'm like, yep. Like I'm fine. Like I feel like I got fucking like torched like flamethrower in marching band where I was just like, all right.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
but
kinda
you're
wish I
also
had that.
like lifting a fucking siege weapon over your shoulder.
Well,
too.
yeah,
Fucking...
but like contras are cool. I'm just glad I didn't have to march
They
with a
are
fucking
cool.
sousaphone, bro. Sousaphones suck.
Yeah,
They hurt
no.
so much, dude. I had to do
Oh,
like
really?
one thing with a sousaphone. That bitch hurts, man.
I gotta
Like,
look up what a
it's just-
sousaphone
Isn't
is.
that like
I
the whole
can't-
point? Is to be easier to like carry around? And
no,
shit?
the contras are easy. Well, okay, here's the thing: is the contras are harder to carry around because you actually have to carry it, so you have to have more muscle, right? But
Right.
once you build up the muscle, because like we would do exercises like when I was like captain or whatever, like I would have all the tubas. We would just hold it. Like we would just do
Yeah.
that like after practice, like every day we would just like hold it for like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we would just do some reps.
Wow.
But like once you like are able to hold it, then you're just like lifting up and down. And when it's on your shoulder, it's really easy because you have like it sits way more comfortably in your shoulder. Like you can
On your shoulder,
position
'cause
it
you-
to go into the pocket that you want, and
Yeah.
it's also less mass on like one area because you can also alleviate it with here and here. But like a sousaphone, there's no alleviation. It's just all on you. Like you don't use your arms at all, right? And it's miserable. And that's why contras is better. And no one asked,
Yeah.
but we delivered. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone.
back
to-
My name is Nestani.
I am Jaxler.
My name is DECosmic.
And I'm Coley.
And that that was my band tangent. Can you tell that I was there and for like 4 years straight, like
Yeah.
grinding?
I
I
did.
love that shit
Dude,
though. It was great.
What did you play,
Yeah.
Jax? I didn't know you were in
I
band.
play clarinet, so maybe that's part of the reason I'm.
No
Yes.
way, dude! I'm clarinet. I did clarinet in middle school. That's crazy.
Well, that's why I fucking hated marching band because I was just like
You're
all
so
the fucking
useless.
brass instruments. Exactly. I was so useless.
Really? I didn't do marching
And
band.
I'm like,
Wait, why is clarinet useless?
No
because
one
you
hears
can't
it.
fucking hear them.
Dude,
Well, you can hear flutes.
no, kind of. A little
Really?
bit. A little bit. Yeah, if there's enough of them.
Piccolos maybe,
But like, yeah, no. Literally for one of we had a clarinetist that was like, she was fucking really good, and like, so we had her like do a solo on like one of the shows, and they literally mic'd her. she had to be mic'd so you could
That's
fucking
really
hear it.
funny.
Like, so yeah,
Damn.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
did not know we.
The marching band
both
has a
played the
woodwind as
clarinet.
troll.
I think mine is right under my bed.
I will
I haven't
say
opened
though,
it in years.
as like it's still not like probably as fun as I'd be having if I played brass or if I played percussion, but like I really enjoyed doing like pep band stuff. Like when
well, yeah, marching
bodies
band
are
is
the
not
difference.
about like actually playing the instrument or anything. It's just doing
That's
all
what-
the other
yeah.
stuff, right? It's
Exactly.
the whole experience. It's just like
Exactly,
you
and
walk around,
that's
you go to
cool.
the game for free, you know what I mean? You basically just
Yeah.
hang out at the football games and just
Yeah.
talk to people, and you just don't give a fuck about what's happening on the game. Like I would just
Until you
talk
have to go- until you have to
people
go-
for straight, and we would be talking, and like we were like getting ready to play, and we're still talking. You know what I mean? It's just like-
Wait, maybe being a clarinetist then is like kind of an advantage because then it's like you don't really have to learn the music if they're not going to hear you anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get yelled at a lot less for like coming in late. Like for example,
Yeah.
like because you're not paying
Yeah.
attention and you have your back turned to like the drum major when they score a touchdown, and then you
Yeah.
don't get your tube up in time, and then everyone sees when I don't get the tube up in time.
Yeah.
My teacher was like, "Motherfucker, like, get that shit up."
What are you doing?
I'm talking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but like that was my issue.
Contraband though,
is just,
clarinet's
like,
fire. I
Oh,
desperately wanted to play clarinet or
Yeah.
French horn, but I was just stuck playing tuba, and then
Yeah.
I
You know
wonder
what?
why
I'm
I
just gonna
stopped
open it
playing.
and see what it looks like.
Maybe because I didn't like the instrument, and they wouldn't let me switch to an instrument that I liked,
That's
and that's tough.
That'll do it.
it's funny too because like everyone else in my family is like a trombone player. So like my brother, my dad,
you all
my
seem like
granddad,
trombone
we're all,
players.
trombone players, right?
Derogatory.
And so I was like, oh, well, I have to be a trombone player as well because, you know, like, and then I tried it. I'm like, it's a hard fucking instrument. So I was like, I am frightened.
What does he have this?
But then I was like, let me try something out. Oh, it's his clarinet. Oh, yeah. But then
All
I tried
right.
clarinet.
Pull
I was
it out.
like,
Give us a
whoa,
live performance, please, Cole. You have it out. Now you have to perform.
I don't remember anything.
Nope. You have to put it together. Yeah, you have to put it together and play for the people.
Wait, how does this smell?
Low? Oh, God. Don't. Dude, how? No. That is disgusting. Bro, do you think. I don't want to even think about that. Like, you gotta clean that shit, bro.
I think it is clean because it doesn't smell bad.
Not even bacteria. Fucking entire societies have grown on that fucking mouthpiece.
Oh, wow.
Bro. Fucking.
Man, this looks kind of tarnished, though.
I mean, if you cleaned it before it went in, it's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine.
It's not horrible. Yeah. The only thing with like,
really see it.
Anytime you like bring back an instrument, and this is like
from the dead,
a lot of instruments is like,
the grave.
Especially with like woodwinds with the keywork, is like you have to make sure that like that's well maintained. Because like stuff will
this
come.
needs to be greased.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like,
holy shit.
Yeah.
But it was. Because it's like.
Well, he's looking at that like he doesn't remember how to put it together. It's kind of funny. I'll be so.
No, I
real.
do.
He's
I just don't want to break anything because they were
do you know
really
how many chord
strict about you. Not in here. It doesn't look like I do.
He doesn't have shit, bro. Dude,
that
case hasn't
do you have any
chaps?
God. Do you have any like chapstick
no, he hasn't
or
been out of high school
Vaseline?
for that long.
I have
like
Carmex,
for 5
actually.
years. 5 years.
That might work low key.
I feel like I'm gonna die if I play this, bro. Like,
no,
I'm gonna get a disease.
That's not how that works. I don't think.
Well, maybe if you cleaned your fucking instrument, this wouldn't be a problem, dude.
This is the worst part.
Maybe if you used your instrument at all ever, you know.
Well, the thing is that I need to read, and I know that all of these are used.
Stalling for you to play, you know, on the podcast because now we're like
into
this bit. And
do you really want me to use like a 6-year-old read?
You're snail pasting it, and it's for the content. You know what I mean? And we're breaking the wall, and you know what I mean.
I don't know.
You know, this guy has been streaming for too long. He knows how to stall. This guy. Clip farming stalling. He's discovered it, dude. The secret.
Dude. Oh wait, I just realized I might dox myself because of the packaging.
I'll blur it. You're fine.
No one cares.
What does the number mean on the read?
It's I don't
know.
So it refers to the thickness of it. So it's like 2s, 2.5s are like a lot like lighter and easier to play. But like the 3 and up are like tougher. Honestly, I think they sound better.
Yeah. So like, what number of reeds are like in relation to like women's hips or butts? You know, like, do we want to do that conversion? Like, is a 3 like, you know, is like a 1 like flat? Like, does it have like, you know, is 2 like a little bump? Is 3 like a ooh? You know what I mean? Or like, is it like 1 is like a little bump, and then 2 is like a and then the 3 is like You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You see, you've put me in a paralyzing situation here because first of all, I haven't thought about or played clarinet in forever. But also, I'm asexual, so it's like.
All right, here we go. We're ready. Yeah, he's wetting the reed down. We're so back.
Usually you want yours for way longer.
Yeah, he's gonna put it in, and he's definitely not gonna squeak first note. He's gonna get a clean note first.
I will say, I still have my clarinet too, low key. If like, let us know down in the comments. Like, I will just pull out the clarinet.
We do a clarinet duo.
And do a duo with Jack.
Just bust a move.
That would be fire.
Actually, I actually started playing the clarinet because I wanted to play the saxophone because I went to church and somebody played the saxophone. I was like, dude, that's the most badass thing I've ever seen at church.
What?
I know, but it was so cool. It was so smooth, bro. We were getting the Eucharist, and I was like, bless up, bro. Like, holy shit, this is smooth as fuck. Sorry, I was a race cap.
Yeah. Shouts to my nigga Jesus. Yeah. Big dog. Big dog in the sky. So I don't think he remembers how to even like put this on. Performance anxiety or performance pressure or what's it called? Where like you can't get it up or whatever. Is it
it's performance anxiety.
Okay, I got it right first time.
That is the phrase. Yeah, you hit the trick. Yeah,
I hit the head on the nail.
What it's gonna be like my first time? I don't know if I want it.
Your first time.
Was it your first time? Okay. Let's see it. Can he hit a note, ladies and gentlemen? He's gonna do it right now.
I'm gonna do a C note. I think that's
yeah,
all
just,
fingers.
Yeah, just play a middle C.
Yeah, you got it. Damn it! He didn't fucking.
Okay, there we go.
Oh shit!
G is all open.
Nope.
No, it's A.
A is just the thing that's above where your index finger goes.
Surely he can do the scale. Look at why is his face like that?
Wait, hold on, I can go deeper.
Okay.
Brother man.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wow.
I did it.
Great performance.
I know that all of
Yippee.
this looks super complicated, but I remember it's actually not that complicated. Like, and there's a little back button.
Yeah,
here,
it's
but I
really
can't-
it's. I think it's the easiest woodwind to play if I recall correctly, at least base level. But like the top end is crazy.
Yeah, the high level anything in the clarinet family is fucked.
It's
up.
fucked up. Anyway, we can talk about what we're going to talk about, which is
sorry,
Cosmic
I
now.
really-
You know,
my bad.
he's really not been
How do
enjoying
you
this
even-
marching band clip. He's just been.
I was fine with it. I was chilling, honestly.
Have you never played an instrument? Have you never enjoyed the
Music?
world? Like,
Have you never enjoyed music?
Motherfucker, I have like 3 guitars in my fucking closet. Hang
I have
on,
two
bro.
right there.
Hang
Wait,
on,
right
bro.
there.
I have one right there.
Bam. Oh wait, my head's. Oh, I need to go this way. There we go. We got there. 2 right there. I'm not pulling them out to play though. Oh wait, are we all taking turns playing? Is this like a fucking?
I don't have my clarinet with me.
Is
It's on
this
my
a
mom and
is this a
dad's.
You know,
round?
I think it's
is this
funny.
a round robin? Yo, my guitar
Comment
kind of looks
down
similar to
below.
that. It's like
Comment
he's
down
not
below.
listening.
I will bring my clarinet.
Yo,
to
my
next
guitar kind of looks
episode.
similar to that. It's like a similar like color
Oh, okay.
scheme. It's like red and black.
Yeah,
though.
this
It
is
definitely
the,
looks cooler than that one.
This doesn't taste good.
Yeah, probably because you fucking
This is
like
definitely
have an
cooler,
entire
but sure.
mushroom colony on that reed.
This is.
You should like
from
get all of the
2000.
shots.
I kind of want to eat hand sanitizer now after you saying that.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
You probably should. Honestly.
I'm sorry, Cosmic.
This is.
Are you
the
gonna play for us?
Schecter
Do you have a quarter inch?
Hellraiser from- No, bro. I don't have a. I don't have anything like that. I mean, I could just like
Can you do
He
Stairway
doesn't
to
even
Heaven?
have a. He doesn't even have a quarter
Play
inch.
Freebird.
Damn, that's why he did.
I have an amp,
kill
bro.
myself.
I have an amp
Oh,
over
shit.
here
He's
in
gonna-
my
He's
closet.
No,
gonna
that's-
plug in
yeah.
the amp. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna do that, guys. I don't think.
I have an
he
amp
wants
and
to
a
go through
loop
that much effort.
station and some other crap. That's a lot. I would have
Wait,
to
how
get a
good
lot
are
out.
you? Low key?
Dude, I need mouthwash.
I was all right.
I just don't like this idea.
Jesus.
Pulling the curtain a little bit. Both Cole and I brushed our teeth right before we started recording.
has to do it
now
again,
he's
bro.
back.
Yeah.
Now he has to go back into the lab.
Yeah. Are you nasty?
a lot of what
or
I did
are you
was-
solid or.
No, I did a lot of rhythm work. A lot of my influence really was like the rhythm section of like Trivium.
Based.
A lot of the like really a lot of just like,
Go, man.
anyway, but a
Well,
lot
you
of
didn't
like the
Shogun
chunkier
album? Like,
stuff.
what?
I didn't.
You're
listen
probably
to
an
Shogun,
ascendancy
no.
head, aren't you? You're old.
It was that in the Crusade.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, cringe.
You
But,
got clocked, bro.
well, I mean, I listened to some of the older or some of the newer stuff as well. But that was like years later. But like
Shogun's
when
a
I
2010
had this,
album, by
I
the
was
way, guys. That's like, and then
when
Ascendancy's like
I-
2006 or 2004 album.
yeah, probably 2004.
Yeah, I think it's-
But
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
04.
this was like when I was listening to like Nevermore a lot, and when I was listening to Arch Enemy a lot. That was when I had this. And I didn't. There was like some new metal that I was into as well, but it wasn't nearly as much. I was really into a lot of like the chunkier riff metal around the time that I had this. I tried to do a lot of lead stuff, but honestly, like I wasn't good at writing lead parts. I was mostly good at like just like doing riffs, like chunkier riffs and stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like a lot of what my influence was. If I actually went back to this, I think that I would probably just write like new metal stuff, honestly. But
do you
this
still
is
play,
something
or do you not really play anymore?
I haven't played it in years. I
Okay.
keep this around in case I have the
yeah,
urge.
yeah. The urge.
I've
to
had
urge.
I've had this since 2008 because it was a graduation gift from my parents.
Based.
So I'm not gonna get rid of it, to be honest. This is, I forget exactly who whose guitar this was because it was a guitar model like based off of somebody.
I like how he's cleaning the clarinet after he's already played it. I think
I think that's
after
violating his own fucking gum.
Yeah,
line
for
with
real.
I assumed that it was clean before.
Yeah,
cope.
Except like this
for real.
Don't let your past mistakes define
Guys,
you.
I have
I'm
two
trying
guitars
to.
back there, a bass guitar and electric guitar. I cannot play either of them. I'm actually really bad at both instruments.
Ouch.
I can kind of play
sucks.
bass, but that's all I could do.
Dude, playing instruments is fucking hard. In elementary school, I was on piano lessons, and like I was never fucking good at that shit. Like piano, like I tried, but like piano's fucking insane.
Sorry, I wasn't
like,
laughing at you. I was laughing at Cole's concerned face while he's trying to take apart this clarinet.
That's fair.
Yeah, what's
Do you
he
see
doing?
that motion, bro?
Yeah. He's familiar with that motion. That's for sure. He got that motion in the ocean. No. I feel the same though. Like, although for me, it's less about like instruments being hard. It's just the fact that like I have never really liked any of the instruments. Like, I just like singing. Like, I don't have to be like sit down and convince myself to sing.
You can.
I just fucking sing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But like if I play like an instrument, I have to like sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna play the bass. I'm gonna
Get it.
like it's just like so many more like steps in my brain to like convince myself versus like singing. I just go, you know what I mean? I just throw it up.
Yeah.
And
I don't even think I have a pick anymore right now. Like that's
Dude,
crazy.
I kind of wish I could like pick up the kazoo. Like I feel like that shit, like an actual kazoo and not like the fucking Dollar Tree shit. That would be fun.
Dude, I want to do a harmonica.
Here you go,
I have
Cosmic.
2 harmonicas, and I don't know how to play them.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't even remember like any of the fucking chords or anything like that. These are also
Hey, does anyone want to
probably
stick
the
around?
same strings that I've had on it for.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Yeah.
These are probably the same strings that have been on there since like I don't know.
I've got another one. Does anyone want
2015 or
it?
some bullshit?
Yeah, it goes together. so
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
take
here you go.
How did this?
We're so fun.
Just stick that rammed in my insulin pump.
You can even see though on the
Hey, I've
back
got
of
a
this
fidget
thing
spinner.
like where
Anyone want
where
this?
my
No way.
where my belt actually scratched up everything when I would play.
Mhm.
Like there's just like a bunch of belt
Oh,
scratches on there as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. I actually used to wear my belt like off to the side even after I stopped playing out of habit. And then it wasn't until like within the last, I want to say 5 or 6 years that I stopped doing that. I don't know at what point I did it, but there you go.
We're stimming the kids for your story, Cosmic. Can you tell that my fidget spinner is about 8,000 years old? 'Cause it
Yeah, you said it twice. Alright, well, everything's all cleaned and.
I wasn't even paying attention to the
Gross.
fidget spinners, but I still somehow managed to dissociate through whatever Cosmic was
That's
talking
like criminal. He was talking about his belt slap on his thing, like he scratched his guitar.
about. Oh, like
and
the
stuff.
scratches. I remember the scratches.
Does anyone want a Mona? What are these
Mona
things
Lisa?
called? What are these things called?
Lanyard?
Lanyard. Yeah. Does anyone want a Mona lanyard?
From Little Witch
Okay.
Academia?
Okay. I'll take it back. No, from Genshin
yeah,
Impact.
that's fine. Oh, okay.
Somehow
I
works.
watched Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, somehow
Yeah.
you
Against
did
all
that.
odds, it got worse.
Against
I
all,
don't have anything else
against
funny to
all
pull
the
out.
might that hell.
Cosmic, tell us
Yeah.
about your fighting game locals and how you mentored someone and how one is supposed to be funny. Guys, if the thing he doesn't say is funny, he's going to have to do 5 push-ups on the podcast.
That's fine. I can do that. So, do we want the serious story or do we want the funny story first?
I can flip a bottle cap. Heads or tails.
Dealer's choice.
Heads.
Pick one.
Either went for the coin flip.
It is heads. You win.
Okay. So
What does heads mean?
Fine. I'll start with the.
We didn't decide that.
That's fine.
Imagine the coin lands on its edge. It's just like, oh shit, what the fuck do we do now?
So I'll start with. Actually, I'll just go chronologically here.
Yeah, go
So-
in more lore accurate order.
So I've been playing Under Night in Birth 2 Socials, which is a anime fighting game by French Bread. It's the people that did Melty Blood.
And he won't play 2XKO
cool
with
game.
me. I just want to let everyone know.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. Eventually, I'll get on.
This guy
I'll
plays League
try
of
some
Legends for
Vi
years, and then they drop 2XKO. He's like, no.
Wow, that speaks volumes.
Okay, I don't have time to launch into why like the connection to League is like only superficial for 2XKO. So I'm not going to do that.
He's like, do we have enough time on this podcast?
I don't think we have time enough to do that, but I was reading an article today by somebody on Substack that went over a lot of things, and I was reading it and I was like, damn, they're spitting. But yeah, no, there's a whole lot going on with that game that I'm just like, you lose me. But anyway, I mean, on top of it only launching with 10 characters, which is just like, y'all had 10.
That's
10
less than
years,
Super Smash
maybe.
Brothers Melee.
Dude, Marvel Tokon released one trailer and they had as many characters in that one trailer as 2XKO has in 10 years of development.
Hey,
I
but
mean,
that
at some
game's
point they
good.
restarted, but what?
Wait, is it like quality over quantity?
2XKO, yeah. 2XKO is good.
Well,
This character's
technically, technically neither of those games are out because one's in beta and the other one hasn't, doesn't have like a beta out yet, really. Well, it's had like one beta. But neither game is in full release right now.
I mean, 2XKO is in closed beta, so they're basically like out for the most part. Like, I have a key, and you have a key.
Marvel
right?
Tokon, yeah.
I can't redeem my
Marvel
key.
Tokon
League won't let me
has-
log in. Anyway, continue with the story. Like, I couldn't even play it
Yeah,
even if I wanted to. It won't let me log in.
Marvel
I don't know
Tokon
what's
has had
Then
one.
why are you
has
so
had
pissed
one
at
closed
him?
beta as well.
What the fuck is this?
I just learned to take it in stride. It's whatever.
I would have tried harder to like download it if I could play with Cosmic. Like, it wouldn't have been
Would
like
you have?
3
I don't know,
minutes
man.
and being like, oh, I can't log in, whatever. But if Cosmic's like, hey, I'm down to play tonight,
that's fair.
I would spend the next 2 hours trying to get it downloaded.
That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I've been playing that game quite a bit,
Back into the dungeon.
especially because oh boy, what has he got, dude? I don't even know if I should.
Yeah, what else is under that bed? What other instruments
boy.
and devices are under that thing?
Nothing, bro. He's a virgin.
No,
There's
no,
nothing,
don't
there's
do
nothing
that.
interesting
Nope.
down there. I don't know.
Don't give me the jazz hands. Don't give me the twiddle fingers.
Oh, boy.
Don't do that.
Anyway, you can continue on with the story while he's pulling out things from his bag. We've got to
Alright,
walk into the story.
Stuart looked in his sack.
What is that? Shack
Oh,
food.
Nope.
Based.
Oh boy.
Nope. Incorrect.
But
Anyway.
so there's this character out now whose name is Ogre. He's like the king of the demons. He's pretty cool. He's basically like Slayer from Guilty Gear. So he punches a lot of shit while he's in a suit. And he actually has a command grab that places a timed bomb on the enemy that will either expire on its own and deal damage and get a launcher or whatever, or it'll just put him in a bunch of block stun. Or you can also manually detonate it. There's a lot of cool shit going on. But I've been playing him recently. And a bunch of people in my scene have been getting into it, which has been really cool. And so there was a tournament for it a couple of days ago, and I wasn't really I decided last minute to go. I was kind of like on the fence about it, especially since one of my other friends had decided she wasn't going to go because she got sick. She works as a custodian. And she was like, well,
I don't know why,
can't
but I
fucking
really
go.
thought you were going to say she works as a cassette. And I don't know why my brain autofilled that when I heard the word C. So,
Yeah,
well.
she got that A side, B side type shit.
But so it was just going to be myself and my buddy Parappa. He plays a character named Phonon. Yeah. She uses like a
Nice
really
slim
long,
white
like whip, and she has green hair and stuff. And all
Oh,
that.
she's
She's
like
pretty.
the perfect woman for Nestani.
Wait,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
green hair has a whip like that's. Hey,
And she got like the.
I got
like
you,
the
bro. I know
little,
I'm a-
I'd have to send a picture,
Hey.
but
No
How you
way.
I'd have to send a picture. But
Anyone have
yeah,
a
you could.
number,
I could
or-
probably pull it up. I could pull it up. Hold up.
Don't send the
No.
picture
Color,
quite
maybe.
yet. I don't want Nestani to fail the Asmongold challenge mid podcast. That would be pretty.
So anyway,
Nestani, stand up now.
Stand up now.
true. But that's phone on.
Yeah, Jaxler is completely
So-
right. That is my type. Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
So we've been playing quite a bit. And he was like he's been trying to get me forever to come back to the local venue where there's like monthlies. And I was like, I kept saying to him for like months, I was like, dude, if they don't have a game that I play for like the tournament, I'm just not going to bother like showing up, spending money to, you know, like just pay venue fee and sit there or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like at that point I will just, especially because it's on Sundays, you know.
Paying to sit
and there's
and
a part
socialize. I'm paying to hang out with my friends.
So I was just kind of like, and I keep saying, and he's like, and he was like, well, we got to support our locals. And I was like, I'll support my locals when the locals want to support the games that I play, you know, or whatever. So I was like, he said, you know, okay, they're going to have Undernight there this week. I guess they're like they're basically testing out what the interest is going to be like. So I showed up and Parappa showed up and then a few other people did. That are, I guess, are regulars there, but they're just like picking up the game to show that they're interested in coming out to play it or whatever. Which one of people there need to learn how to take a compliment, but I'll get to that in a moment. Actually, no, I can get to that now.
I mean, to be fair,
so
I don't know how to take a
them.
compliment either. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty.
I
that's a pretty rich statement considering the podcast that you were a part of. But
that's true, yeah. But like, I was playing this one guy, and he hadn't really spent a whole lot of time with the game, but like he was using his character's tools right, and he plays like a lot of Street Fighter, so he had pretty decent fundamentals, you know. And I said, you did pretty well, man, you know. And I like pointed out a couple of things like, I don't know if you realize like this is what was going on, but like this is what happened. And he was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, dude, just take the fucking compliment, bro.
Sorry.
Like, you know, but I was just like, yeah, you did well. And he was like, oh, and then he finally said, because it's like fucking pulling teeth with people, man, in public. Like he was just like, oh yeah, thanks. And I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. And then I was like, I'm going to go and report that I 2-0'd you now. You know?
I'm going to report that I beat that ass. And they can't take a compliment. I'm going to report both. 2-0 can't take compliment.
So Parappa, Phonon is a like pretty like long range character. She's pretty much good anywhere on the screen, but Parappa is a guy that he's a player that will always like try and move forward, and Ogre loves that. When people just want to come to him, he is primarily good in the close range, thrives there as a matter of fact. So once I learned more about like the system mechanics that make it easier to like block out a lot of pressure. On Friday, Parappa and I played like this huge set, and I was like beating his ass. And like the last like, you know, couple of weeks, I've just been getting better at this character and getting like our sets have been getting increasingly more lopsided in my favor. And I kept telling him, you know,
I'm the GOAT, guys.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. Is like, because I kept telling him, look, man, you need to stop pressing. You need to stop challenging what I'm doing. You need to run away from me. I don't care how cool your combos are. Like this is how you have to. I mean, that's true, but like when
you're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna stomp you again.
When the alternative,
when will you learn this lesson, old man?
He's more like a young man. He's much younger than I am, so I think he's younger than all of y'all. Man. Actually, no, he's older than Cole.
Get fucked.
But I mean, when the alternative is like you get dusted in the mouth and then you get deaded for it, like you have to run away.
Yeah, but like imagine if he hits you that one time and gets that combo off though. It's gonna be gas, and you gotta play for that payoff. You don't understand. You don't understand how the mind works. You know.
I know. That's how my character is.
But I touch you and I get my combo off. Oh, I'm gonna come, bro. I don't care if I lose the match.
He does. But then it's like
him with your combo.
Here's the thing, okay? Is that he'll get the
I don't know.
He'll get the combo, or he'll try and run in and get his combos, and then he'll be dissatisfied when he wins or when he loses. And I'm like, look, man, you need to stop. You need to stop holding forward. You know, you need to stop holding forward. And I have beaten this guy's ass in a bunch of games because I run away all the time. Because I will be honest, this new age of fighting game player is very good at rushdown. Quite good. Okay.
Guys,
better at preempting buttons
always
than me.
Beats me because I do just run at him all the time.
Yeah, but like I was raised to be defensive. Eventually, I broke out of that when I broke into other games other than Tekken, and I like got better at rushdown. But I am largely somebody that will run away. So like when I play Parappa in these other games, like Let's Hook versus Capcom, for example, I just
In
run
real
the
life
fuck
as well?
away.
Yep.
Jaxler knew it instantly where I was going with it. I thought you were gonna get out of your chair, turn up, and walk away like you usually do.
That's exactly.
It would have been so.
No, but I didn't want to commit unless we were like on the same page because I was gonna be like, oh, so that's why Cosmic single then. Okay, that would end.
Well, I didn't say that. Whoa, that's too far, man. That's
No,
rude.
there's no. Well, no, you're right. There's
You're
other
so mean
reasons
about
why.
it, Jax. Like, what are you doing?
I just keep it You see, Cosmic is running in, and I'm beating his ass. Like that's actually no. He's kind of just standing in place and taking it. But go ahead, Cosmic.
Cosmic is taking it.
Can't
Anyway,
believe-
go ahead.
That dude's hitting buttons on my wake up.
He's
It's
bouncing
fucked
on
up.
it.
But anyway,
Okay, no.
doing tricks on it. Holy
Nope.
shit.
Nope.
Doing tricks
Shutting
on
this
his
one
wake
down.
Oh shit.
Watch out. Jackson got that.
Call that a
dumpy.
cross up.
Anyway.
We
Thanks,
call that
I
a cross
guess.
up where I come from.
Catching.
So-
I'm not
anyways.
side switching here. Okay, let's keep it. That was a good.
So
pun.
anyway, so we're playing, so I've been playing him quite a lot, and I keep telling him, and everybody else has been telling him this too, so I'm not singling him out. I'm like, look, dude, when we've been telling you for a year plus, you need to be more defensive. You need to be more patient, and so both of us get to winners finals, and I just 3-0 him straight up. And
But he got to winners finals beating that ass. Have you ever thought about that? Got pretty far.
because everybody else didn't really know, they just picked up the game this
They
week.
don't know.
But he beat the ass.
Also, he is a good player. Let me be very clear. Like, he definitely
But
knows
I'm
his
better,
character.
and I'm like the guy.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm
No,
better
I'm
than
saying
the entire state.
that I am. All I'm saying is I have been exposing the weakness that he has in his game, which is that he wasn't being patient enough. So I beat him, and then in the hour that we're like waiting for the rest of the bracket to catch up, because their TOs there have been getting better, but largely there's some inefficiencies. So while we're standing around waiting for this to happen, he and I are talking about some other stuff, and then there's this guy that's playing, imagine if Guile were like Rachel from Blaze Blue. There's this character named Batista.
I don't know who Rachel
I'll
from
just
Blaze Blue is, but I know. God.
so I'll
Instead of
I'll link a
abandoning
picture of
this. He's going to double down. This is crazy.
yeah. So no, this leads
Okay,
into
he's
the
really trying
next.
to get
This
the
leads into the
context.
story.
Wow.
So this leads into the story. So there's a guy that's playing this character, right?
Lolly bait. Understood.
Yeah. So this guy's playing.
beg
This
your
guy's playing this character.
oh
and
Jesus! Yes.
Now this character
Yeah.
mechanically is very cool. Okay. She has
It's
so
always
there are
the
characters that
lollies
have
it's the
charge.
mechanics. Have you ever noticed that? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's she's a zoner, and most characters have charge moves where you have to hold back or hold down in a direct like for a little bit, and then you snap back to the opposite direction
Snap back
in order to do a
reality. Oh,
move.
the ghost gravity.
Yes, that one. But she has a charge in every direction, and she has different moves off of each charge.
That
So-
seems good.
She's pretty cool. She's pretty dope, and she has like a lot that she can control the screen with if the person playing her is really good at managing like their movement.
Charge. Yeah.
So it's really cool when you see high level Batista. So this guy is talking about Uma Musume with Parappa when I walk away and then I come back and they're talking about this.
I have no
Is that the
And
horse
so-
gambling game?
The horse
It is, and
gambling game.
That's why I'm
Yes.
no longer interested in the story.
So it gets better. Okay.
Oh, great.
Cause I don't like gambling games. Okay. So Parappa says to this guy, I feel like I could just go and watch a horse race instead of playing Uma Musume. And then this
That
guy
would
who's
probably be
playing
more fun.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to
Horse
say
races are
too.
fun.
And so this guy's his retort to us is, well, yeah, but that's kind of sad.
Huh?
And so my rebuttal is, I didn't want to be like, I'm sorry that is the Batista player lecturing people on what's sad, you know, but like I was like, I said to him, I don't know, man. I feel like sitting in a room playing
alone,
a gambling
watching
game.
your phone screen.
Yes.
Is more
and
sad.
His retort to me,
and you play the lolly character. Like,
yeah, and his retort to me is, to be clear, this guy's a pretty nice dude, just a little awkward, but the picture
that's
I'm
what they all
painting here,
say when the
yeah,
come in.
true, yeah. Picture of the dad on the jet ski, but anyway. So, but he says to me, "Oh, but I have a bunch of people in Discord that like, you know, we play the game together," and I'm just like, "Oh, you sweet summer child." I really was tempted to be like, "Are you still on your parents' health insurance?" Like, I gotta gauge the audience here, but well, Cole is wise beyond his years. I can't really fault that.
He has that dog in him.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing about Cole is that if he hadn't told me that he was 22, I would not think he was 22.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
I would definitely think that he's a little early or a little older. I would say
a little early.
A little early.
Yeah, he was premature out the womb.
He's
quite get that all
to his maturity level, right? He's reached his maturity level early. You know, not because he's
I was gonna say he's a premature ejaculator, but yours was a lot more charitable. So
okay, yeah. I mean, he probably is that too, but
it's true. Yeah. That's the downside.
But
anyway,
that's always the first time, you know. After that, though, you start grinding.
The lie is insane.
Yeah. Strength lies in the heart of battle, man. I tell you what. So,
this sucks. This is dog shit. Anyway, I just had to put it on the record.
This guy would rather watch anime horse girls run than go see a real horse race with friends in real life. Yeah, he would rather live vicariously through screen.
I think that on some level, you know, with a gambling game, there's less animal abuse, obviously, right?
The horses
like
are
with
treated
real horse racing
fairly well for horse racing, though.
Are they?
You have to treat
Yeah.
them pretty well. So
that's fair. Yeah,
like maybe like the breeding is a little inhumanitarian because they'll toss away the bad horses, but like
yeah. Well, so there's a little bit less animal abuse there, but also again in terms of socializing, one is objectively better than the other.
Far better.
So that was like the funniest
popcorn
part of the night to me, and it was funny in this very like just weird like all of these elements just interlocking together, just being like, man, I can't believe I'm having this conversation on a Sunday night in the back room of like a local card shop venue.
I think it's also funny too because like instead of you could also be like, well, then why are you here? You could just like play online. You don't need to be here.
You could play online because Under Night's I think it's got decent netcode now. Yeah. I know one of the problems with people had with the game online during the launch of it was that it had meh netcode. But I think it's pretty all right now. Don't fact check me on that.
I won't. I don't care enough. I will just believe you.
That's fair. So what I will say now is that the cool moment that happens after all this is unrelated to Mr. Horse Guy.
Okay.
Is that
not horsing
Parappa
around
makes
anymore.
it back to we're not horsing around anymore. Parappa makes it back to grand finals.
And you wax that ass.
And what's up?
And you wax that ass, of course.
No, actually.
Oh.
So in the first
He's
set,
lost the
so
sauce.
when you're coming from loser's side, you have to win 2 sets, and it's 2 sets of 3, like to 3 wins. So he beats me clean 3-0, the first set, and everybody in the room's like, "Holy shit," you know. And so then I sit at the character select screen for like 20 seconds. To stop the momentum, because the thing is that like
it's Wizrobe on the sticks. We found
Ice that bitch out.
Because it's honestly, I was like having to warm back up after waiting like an hour plus to actually play the game again, you know. And so he was already warm from playing a pretty intense set where the Batista almost like beat him. So Parappa's a very emotional player, and I think that's one of his strengths is that like he will take losing and winning to heart. So he does care, you know, and that's why I give him these criticisms, is because I know he cares and he will eventually listen. And so he beats me like clean 3-0, and I was like, okay, good shit. So I had an inkling of an idea to switch to my other character, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So then we take it to like the last game, last round, and he ends up beating me, and he is just so excited because, you know, for like years I have kicked this guy's ass across like 30 games. And
damn. Oh my god.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Shit.
And here's the thing, is that whole set, you know how he beat me? He ran away like the whole fucking time, and I had to go catch him. And when I caught him,
The character arc.
When I caught him, I was like, all right, I'm in there. You know, there were a couple of times where I had a couple of missed inputs. There was a frame trap that I must have delayed a little bit too hard on, where he tried to throw me, and my normal should have caught him, but nothing doing. It was one of those things where he just played better, and he played very patiently. I could not do any dragon punches. I couldn't like really do any invincible moves just on a read, because he was always willing to block at the right time. And it was very cool, where it was like, damn, kind of wanted that $20 extra that I would have gotten out of winning this thing, you know. But at the same time, it was very cool to see somebody that I had played alongside across multiple games, and now like finally in this game, because I have been kicking his ass. In his words, this guy's been kicking my ass for 3 weeks, and I finally, you know, got something going, you know. And it was very cool because he had like some sort of monetary validation for this, and it was like this dude went soul searching through Mount Doom for the fucking patience that he had.
Yeah, you had him reconsider
set.
his relationship with God.
Yeah,
like
yeah, like, and I was like, I said to him, I was like, look, man, like, I'm upset at like certain things, like the way I played. I'm upset that like I had to wait so long to play again, because it's hard to stop that kind of momentum.
Yeah.
I still fucking hate dealing with Phonon. But I was like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I am very much glad that, because if I had just won and you didn't adapt, then like, how's our scene supposed to get stronger? Yeah. You know, because now I will get better because yesterday I went into the lab and I was like, okay, fuck did I do wrong? You know, what the fuck am I missing about this matchup? What am I missing in terms of using my character, etc.?
Guys, I think Cosmic won't play 2XKO because I fucking suck, and I don't put up a challenge for him. He just whacks me the whole time. He's just bored. I think he's just bored with me. He's like, you're not interesting to me.
No,
you're not worth my time.
The problem is 2XKO. You're not the problem. I'll tell you that.
That game's fire. I've played it for like, I've never played it outside of when we played, but like, it's so fire. I play it all the time. And I refuse to play it without you. So like, it's got to be a good game if I'm, you know, willing to play with you.
Not willing to play with me without me. It's so special. You could only play it with one person. That's how good the game is.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. That's how it works.
This is some weird twisted logic, but sure.
Hey man, I'm just saying that I have not solo queued Smite in literally like 8 years, like 9 years. I only play that game with other people. All right, and I
never solo queued.
I view 2XK.
I never solo queued League, so I get it.
Yeah, like I view 2XK the same. It's like, why would I solo queue when I could play with one of my friends? Like, you know what I mean? Because like solo queuing is boring. Because then I actually like have to like get good, and that just kind of bores me because I'm not really trying to get good. I'm just trying to have fun. Because I'm bad at finding games.
Suffering with a friend is way better.
Yeah, it's also like because I'm absolute dog shit at finding games, guys. Like, it is absolutely my worst game style.
I will say too that 2XKO, the great line now of all fighting games post 2018 is, we want to make a fighting game for newcomers that has enough depth for the veterans, and 2XKO is not a intuitive game in terms of controls.
Not really. I was stupid. I had to ask Cosmic a lot of questions. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too is that I was in this article by Substack that I was reading, in terms of the control scheme, there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to why moves are assigned to certain inputs or why the buttons are laid out the way that they are. it breaks like 25 years of convention just because on the guise of being like, we're more accessible, but really it's just removing motion inputs, but people don't understand that removing motion inputs means that you have to make up for it somewhere else, because motion inputs were designed to consolidate button layouts and consolidate controls.
Mm-hmm.
So when you remove that, you have to add buttons somewhere else. So not only do you have to like map light, medium, heavy tag, you also have like 2 or 3 other buttons that are like on your controller, and effectively the game becomes on controller like an 8-button game.
God.
Which is fucked up. And this is also why I'm not playing Hunter x Hunter and then Impact, is because that game's a 7-button game. And when there's 8 buttons on a controller, 9, I guess, if you want to count R3.
Yeah, because you have face buttons, triggers.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, then for like stick, there's only 8 buttons, right? And some of them only come with 6, because that's all you've really needed up until a point. But it means less customizability in the layout as well. But like, for example, right, forward moving like projectiles don't have in 2XKO, they don't have a universal notation. Some characters have them on like forward and special 1. Some characters it's on just special 1. And it's like, or other times it's on back and special 1. And it's like, the language of this game is not cohesive. Yeah, it's not consistent at all. And it's like, you don't intuit it, you just have to memorize it, which is weird because, you know, especially in a game where there's not like traditional Ryu, Ken, Kyo, Iori type people, you know, that sort of shit. There's pretty much no characters like really all that traditional. They are quite unique in that regard, except for the fact that Vi is pretty much totally ripped from DNF Duel's monk character. But
Vi is hot. Have you ever considered that?
Vi is extremely hot.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Yeah.
You know?
Nestani, I have horrible news for you. Vi is for the lesbians.
Yeah, I know, and I'm a lesbian. I'm part of their gang.
Shut up.
I'm an ally. I'm an ally. I know
Yeah.
I'm an ally. I get it.
Like the Danny DeVito.
Guys, also, I don't know. Like, I think you know, he says all of this, but also, as my first fighting game, it was easier to play than other fighting games because motion controls are absolutely, it breaks your brain as a non-fighting game player. So I will say that. But I also, like, no character behaves the same, so it's also kind of hard because now I have to memorize 2 characters at the same time and my brain's melting. So I'll give them that. Yeah. But I do think no motion controls is kind of based because I think motion controls are fucking cringe, and that's the main reason I never picked up any other fighting game. But that's because I'm a Smash player, guys. And so you also have to remember that I'm a scrub and I'm not actually a fighting game player. You know what I mean? I just played,
Smash Bros is the best fighting game.
It's 100%. Not, but Melee is.
Well, the thing of it is with a game like
64?
Smash is like
no.
even
not 64, not
within
Brawl, not 4, not Ultimate, just Melee. That's the only good game. Okay, let's be very clear.
With respect to like if we take a look at Melee, for example, like even though let's look at your aerials, for example, like up air, down air.
I don't play Melee either.
Back air, forward air, nair, right? But like, let's say those are your 5 aerial moves, right? But within, like, let's just.
But it's like
look at
if you like forward aired as like Falcon, it's like his neutral. You know what I mean? His neutral air. It would be weird, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right, but what I'm more so going for is even within, like, you know, because you only have so much, like, you have not that many buttons that you use in something like Melee.
No.
Right, comparatively. So, but the thing of it is there's complexity because there are, what I argue are multiple kinds of the same move. Like a weak, like if we're talking about like Fox, a weak back air is a lot different than like a strong back air, or like the
Marth
approach
tipper,
angle,
you
like
know?
Marth tipper, or like certain kinds of tipper, you know, like things of that nature, right? So it's like it is possible to achieve depth with
less buttons.
Not only less buttons and less moves, because those individual moves have, and you know, that might be a platform fighter thing where they just have more properties because, you know, you're moving, you're like constantly, like the motion of it is entirely different. But like when you like with like a fighting game, for example, like you can like, and what I don't get with what Cosmic has been saying is like as far with how 2XKO has been designed is like, why, if they wanted to go for simple, why didn't they make it 6-button but still try to find ways to add depth?
Yeah,
that's true, because you could have did it without motion control still, right? Yeah, I guess that's just not the game that they wanted to make, though. I think that's probably their rebuttal. Is that.
But you know, it's just not consistent with what they pitched the game as. So
yeah,
it's like,
I mean, I think the tag fighter, as someone that doesn't know anything that what he's talking about, I think them wanting it to be a tag fighter kind of like fucks them and trying to like make it simpler.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, because like
I remember seeing these extra buttons since they don't have the motion controls.
Yeah, I remember seeing a clip where I forget if it was on, I think it was on Blue Sky, where somebody did like this nasty like 8-way mix to somebody, and someone was like, yeah, I guess Riot succeeded in making a, you know, game where the newcomers are gonna know the button layout, I guess, but they're also gonna get hit like 6 ways to next week and not know what the fuck happened to them.
That is me every time I play Cosmic.
They're gonna get marveled. They're gonna get marveled.
Yeah, they're gonna get marveled. It's like, oh yeah, this is accessible to newcomers. Echo throws fucking Time Winder at you, and then fucking Yasuo comes in and dusts your shit. And then Echo fucking comes in. Yeah, Echo comes back in, time rewinds to the other side and just like hits you with another cross up, and it's like, yeah, accessible, bro. Yeah. I think that honestly the biggest problem, and this is going to lead back to Under Night 2, is that fighting games universally pretty much have terrible tutorials. There are some games in that genre that do okay, which is like Guilty Gear Xrd, for example. They have like little mini games that you'll play to contextualize moving, contextualize using anti-airs, stuff like that, blocking, that sort of thing. Under Night actually takes you through like the entirety of like the set play of your character, almost essentially. Like,
that's sick.
That game has been around for long enough, and it was in the first games too, that like they pay enough attention to the high level play of the scene. Like, this is how you mix. This is what you can do from an overhead. This is what you can do from a low. Here's this situation. This is what you can do here.
Yeah, they don't say it is the only 2XKO, bro. They just say, hey, here's your buttons.
This is the only game, like in fighting games, that I've seen where the combo tutorials or like the combo trials are like usable match combos. They are not needlessly difficult for the sake of it. They tell you the situation where this combo is practical and why they've given it to you. Yeah. And one of them was like, this is the combo you're gonna do when you dump all of your resources to do like tons and tons of damage, for example. You know.
Right. I think the thing that people don't realize, because accessibility is just kind of a buzzword if you don't look at it any deeper than that, is that
5-minute on-time break.
Sorry. For a second, as he started making that joke, my brain was like processing that as like a producer in my ear being like, we got to cut the break. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
What? I'm like, since when did we start doing that? I was like,
that's going to be off the
shit.
Cut him off. You don't get to speak.
But I think a lot of times what gets lost is there's a difference between like what I would call the physical accessibility of something, which is like that button layout and like actually being able to physically move your fingers and do the inputs. And then like the accessibility when it comes to understanding and processing what's going on and how to make informed decisions or play with intentionality. I think one of the biggest things about getting better at like that, like one of those biggest like over the hill type of moments is developing intentionality when it comes to learning how to play a fighting game. Is like,
true. Yeah.
Like you might be able to like intellectually recognize where you want to go, to some degree, but actually being like, okay, I'm going to walk back to give myself some space, and then actually being able to walk back and give yourself that space, right? And so you can have like that physical accessibility of like, you know, XYZ button layout or what have you, but that doesn't again, like you just said, doesn't stop you from getting Marvel 3'd. Like it just does, you know.
Yeah, I think another thing too, just like I kind of said it before, but like I think when they talk about like we want this game to be accessible, I think they're targeting a very hyper specific person, which is a person who hasn't played fighting games before. And the reason I say that is because for me, coming into the game, even though I don't know how to combo, I don't know how to do fucking anything, moving around and hitting stuff makes sense to me, like out of the box, like instantly. Because the game is kind of structured similar to like I'm gonna use Smite for an example, but it's similar to like a MOBA or something else where like in Smite you move around with 4 buttons, right? WASD. Every game ever on the PC you move around with WASD, right? Although this is probably like ASD. Well, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But like you move around with a certain button, and then in order to do stuff, you hit another button. Like you hit an actual button, right? You hit like 1 or 2 or 3, or in like League you hit Q, W, R, right? And this game is very similar to that, where it's just like you move around with these buttons, and then when you want to do something, you hit a different button, like that's not on the control stick, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of fighting games is like there are motion controls where like the movement and the combos are tied to the control stick, and that like breaks a lot of people's brains. At least it breaks my brain, right? I just never get it.
I think the biggest,
I'm stupid. I don't know. I've never played the game.
The biggest one of those that I think is really simple in concept, but also it breaks me, for example, is the idea of holding backwards to block.
Yeah,
like,
I still don't get it.
I don't get, like, it breaks my fucking head, and it's like I can't process.
Give me a shield button, bro. I don't know.
Give me a shield button. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love Evil Zone, is because you hold a button to block.
Fucking Evil Zone.
It all comes back to
I had
Evil
somebody,
Zone,
but like
I had some people play that game locally.
I think they did achieve that though. For like the hyper specific person that has never played a fighting game, it is easier to pick up in that realm. Like I have played
intentionality.
Yeah, like I have played this game more than I have played any other fighting game, because it just feels better for me to play because it's more familiar. Now, as if I was a fighting game player, that would probably not be the case at all, right? As Cosmic is saying, like he's like, this shit fucking sucks, and like and so it's like it's kind of like their goal, because I think their goal was to, because all their fucking people play League, right? They're kind of catering the game so that League players come over and play it, like you know what I mean. And so it kind of makes sense.
Titties and all that. You know.
Yeah. R8 is hot. So is Vi. Hope they put Caitlyn in the game.
True.
Anyway, well, the thing of it is too is there's levels to it, right? Where it's like the further down, like I would say the level of complexity you get with a game, the more, like, you're still at some point going to run into one of those kinds of things. One of the example I would use is ASDI in Melee. I think is the biggest example that is also something that breaks my brain. Where it's like, you know, the C stick is something that I think 99% of people view as this thing that you use to do.
It's the smash button.
It's the smash button. Right, but when it's also used to do what are called ASDI inputs, which allow you, as you're getting hit, to mildly adjust your trajectory. So, for example, the most common thing is something called ASDI down, where if you get hit by a certain type of move, it'll let you adjust downwards so that you hit the ground and are actionable sooner. And a lot of times, it's a lot more.
That's what it was called.
Yeah, and a lot of times that is way more optimal than because you can either do it with your movement stick, which, you know, forces you to hold the stick in a certain direction, or you could use it with this C stick and hold that down, freeing up your left stick to be able to move whichever way you want to go next, right? And there's complexity that evolves from that kind of shit, right? So it's like, but at the same time, Melee is a very simple game when you think about it, and like you could achieve a decent amount in that game without really knowing or understanding that. But at some, like, I feel like what I'm trying to say is some of these things are at some, like, if you're trying to achieve any level of depth, you're going to run into some kind of problem like that, or some kind of like mind
something that's a little like inscrutable. Yeah.
Right. So I guess the goal then, I guess to tie this into a bow, is you want to push those kinds of points as far up that complexity tree as you can, right? If we're talking about this from a game designer who's trying to get people onboarded into play. Because if you get them actually playing the game with intentionality, then once they get to a point where they reach those barriers, partially because they've already invested time, they want to see themselves get to that next bit, but also it becomes a bit easier to tolerate. I don't know, because like Nestani said, like Riot is trying to get heads in the door from League, so it's like, you know, in some ways, even if the design of some game doesn't align with what we want or think is good design, like in some ways, like what the designers are necessarily going for and what they do is exactly what they were intending to do. And sometimes it's that intention and that end goal that people don't see eye to eye on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, my big deal mostly is that this game breaks like 25 years of convention, and if it did this with some level of cohesion in like the way that controls were assigned, right? Like if every character had similar stuff assigned to down plus special 1 or down plus special 2 or forward and special 1, then there's enough cohesion there and there's enough like of language translating over for it to make sense. But it seems like there's like scattershot assignment of these special moves and of like these moves in general.
You think too that would help these new players as well, because it makes it easier for you to pick up multiple characters.
Because it's a tag fighter.
Because it's a tag fighter.
Because it's a tag fighter, yeah. Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah, I
Like,
think it's like
it's
executed half well. Like it's executed well
Yeah.
where like when I play one singular character, I'm like, oh, moving around kind of makes sense and like buttons kind of make sense. But then it's also like as soon as I'm trying to play the game the correct way, which is like with the tag feature and like playing both characters at once, I'm like, holy fuck, I don't like what do my the amount of times that I said to Cosmic, I'm like, oh, that was the wrong input. Oh, I don't know what I didn't know what to put after that. I wanted to do this one move and I forgot which one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and it's because there's not like it's because there's not like functions that are mapped to certain things.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
Which I
that
didn't
a
even
quarter
think
circle
about.
forward input.
It's a fireball.
Everybody knows that it's a fireball. Even if it's not a fireball, it's gonna be like probably some kind of forward moving
Projectile.
move.
yeah.
You know, or projectile, or just a move in general that propels you forward. Think of Devil May Cry, where the input for Stinger, where he just launches forward, is lock on plus melee plus forward. But also there's
I'm thinking of Devil May Cry. Yep, I've played that game.
Comes back.
So the reason that I bring up Devil May Cry is because
your point.
it's just one line, okay? It's because that is the director for DMC2 and onwards directed fighting games prior to directing Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Oh.
So he directed
It's actually
like
relevant for once.
Yes, he directed Power Stone. He directed Power Stone 2. He directed CVS 2. He directed Rival Schools. And I think Project Justice as well. But yeah, so this diagram that I just linked here in the Discord shows where all of the
quadratic equation. Oh god.
Where all of the different assignments for the characters' buttons are. So it's just scattershot because there are characters like Vi and Jinx on here where it seems like on Special 1 that it's like, okay, well, these characters don't have diagonal inputs. But that's not true. Jinx has them diagonally. And then Darius only has one move that's assigned to Special 1 other than just Special 1, and it's down Special 1. So it's like, what are we doing here, guys? And then Special 2 has like 3 different things assigned to it.
Or he has a fucking just cannon assigned to S2.
Well, yeah, and that's because of her Foxfire stuff, right? So it's like some of this you can go, okay, well, she's got a unique like move, like you can't like unique move mechanic, but the way that these things are mapped does not like coalesce. It does not coalesce like with how the properties are supposed to go. And also, there are move inputs that overlap because people were getting the wrong input. So like, for example, Blitzcrank, if you just hit, what is it? Special, I think if you just hit Special 1, then he gets like his fucking grab or whatever. But also if you hit forward or something like that, then he also does like the grab. But this is because they have it overlapping so that you don't accidentally get steam charge by doing, I forget exactly what input it was, but like they're putting in these overlapping moves to prevent input errors. And it's like cool that you did that you recognized why people were getting these input errors, but maybe that should clue you in that there's a
fundamental problem here.
There's a fundamental problem with how like the steam charge should probably not be on the same button as the grab because of how different they are in functionality. You know, like if I do a fireball with Ryu, but I mess up the input, I just get a jab. Like, probably not as big a deal as Blitzcrank just doing this or whatever and accidentally recovering for like a whole half second. And it's the same thing with Echo's Time Winder thing where he can do it either as just special or forward and special, I think is the input. But it's just like they do that because so people don't get wrong inputs for like different time, like rewind stuff. And it's like there is a fundamental problem as to why you have to keep covering this shit up. You know, that's why they have to do it. So
Band-Aid
like,
solutions.
And like what's interesting to me too is that some of the people that worked on this game, they came from a dev team for a game called Rising Thunder. And I played that game for a little bit. And that game did simple inputs quite well. You know, I don't think I ever had an instance where I got a move that I didn't want. I don't think I liked that game very much because it was a Street Fighter clone with like robots at the end of the day. And I'm not a big Street Fighter guy. Like that is probably the one series where I'm like, damn, I hate this shit, dog.
Dude, Street Fighter, sucks. I'm sorry, it looks so boring.
It's like, here's the thing, okay, is that when I watch high level Street Fighter, I always get fucking baited because all those players at a really, really high level are so cool to watch. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I would want to try this game. And then I play it for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, nope, abysmal. I'm done, dude. I'm gone. I got baited again for the third year in a row, you know?
Minus 60.
Minus 60. But yeah, I don't like Street Fighter. But yeah, there's a lot of weird shit in 2XKO with this stuff. And I think that if they put a lot of effort into tutorials, if they put a lot of effort into single player modes, which we don't know if the game is going to launch with anything substantial outside of like the battle pass, and maybe some more characters down the line.
Money.
Yeah.
Well, it's a free
some
play game. They have to make
yeah.
money. I think it's completely valid. Because I think paying for a fighting game that you might not like is stupid. Anyway, that's why I don't play them as well, because you have to spend money to try them out. And I'm like, why would I spend money?
It's the same with any video game.
Isn't that the thing about every game though? Unless they have a demo.
It's the game. It's the thing about everything on planet Earth. Okay, but also we go back to why am I paying to live on a planet I was born on? But that's a whole different.
But also,
topic.
I'm just saying that there's like typically multiplayer games nowadays are free to play, which is why like fighting games being the only multiplayer game that you have to pay to play it is kind of weird in this modern age when there's so many. And also, the free to play games make more money than these fucking games too because they're fucking stupid. It's just an old thing. Just make it free to play. Anyway, you want to play 2XKO after this?
No.
Okay,
so I'll play. I'll play. I'll play.
He's not going to play with me.
Yeah, you would have kept the podcast going for another 5 minutes if he was allowed to play.
Regardless of his answer, it was
the illusion of free will.
The illusion. It was over regardless. Cole, do you want to play 2XKO?
Fuck no.
Oh, Jaxler, do you want to play Melee?
Shit.
He thought I was going to say 2XKO. Now he was like, wait a second.
He short-circuited for a moment there. It was like, no signal.
I was like, wait a minute. Do I want to play Melee? And then I remembered that it's Melee. And then I'm like,
Well, you're playing against me, so you're really just playing against like a level 3 CPU at the end of the day. So like, it's really like if you want to do that. Anyway, does anyone have anything to shout out here?
So by the time this has started, Complete-a-thon will have been going.
Oh yeah, check out me and Cole's run the other day. It probably went well. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Are you doing commentary or did you do commentary for that?
An interview segment with Cole. So I actually interviewed him before his run, so that was pretty cool too. And then my run will be, I believe, coming up on Sunday.
Sunday.
In
2 days. Mark your calendars. What time?
Yeah, and I
Sick.
I gotta go double check. I like my computer was like Kersploding because I closed a bunch of
Steve Kerr,
Exploding.
the coach of the Golden
I had a
State
bunch
Warriors.
of tabs open that I shouldn't have. My run is at it's in like the fucking 24-hour layout. You know when like people don't do the AM PM shit on calendars and shit.
Just read the
It's
number.
14:25.
So it's 2:25.
2:25 p.m. Eastern time. And there is an incentive as well. So I'm doing 100%, and then there's an incentive for me to do Soul River 2 Remastered as a bonus run.
So give Jaxler your money
sick.
so he can do the bonus round.
Don't give me the money.
Yep.
Give the charity the money, please.
Both.
True.
You're giving the charity money so Jaxler can play video game.
And that's pretty cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
I've been saying that.
Delaware?
Yep.
Is the entire state of Delaware doing anything?
No.
I mean,
Oh.
probably not.
Okay.
I
well,
mean,
cool.
so I've kind of hit a weird point with Lost Soul Aside where like I have to go and lab out all the new skips and everything, because it turns out they're FPS dependent. So that's pretty sick and cool that I can do the input in the right spot, and by no fault of my own, sometimes it just won't work. So now I have to make sure that I can consistently do that. Well, it's got to be high is the thing. So I probably just got to play on low all the time. Yeah, I just got to low it up.
Pay to win, baby. Let's go.
Then,
Gotta have
yep.
this. Hey,
And
to be fair, you
so,
did already pay, so you are paying to win. So
I
you
did.
got this. You got a baller computer.
Yeah, it's true. But I am
Paul still has his fucking
probably
toaster.
going to be. I might go. I probably got some other. I probably got some other PS2 stuff to run because I still want to get a 55 and 10,000 bullets, and that'll be cool. There's other stuff that I kind of want to run, but it really just depends. So for right now, I'm probably just gonna be labbing Lost Soul Aside and run some 10,000 bullets. Maybe I'll make a video on Lost Soul Aside because I feel like there's a lot of stupid things that people are saying about it still.
Fucking people on the internet.
So pretty much.
Based on the engagement we had on that episode 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So if you were on that episode saying, stop the cap, that game is only 16 hours. I want you to reevaluate how anti-art you are. Because I don't know, man. I feel like treating a game like a piece of art the same way that you would like a Twinkie at the fucking Walmart is just not the way to do it, bro. Especially when you say, oh, where's the passion in video games? Why are all these companies getting laid off? And you virtue signal for 24/7 about shit. And then when a game comes out, where it's designed by somebody that's doing a passion project, and they don't get laid off immediately after the game comes out, suddenly all you can do is just complain about the problems that you have with the game, which are most of them are not even really valid. Most of it is just you wanting a game to appeal to your specific niche interests.
Dead.
So, whatever.
He's already dead.
And we'll see you all next week. Get out of here.
Bye forever, everyone.
Goodbye forever.